Hi, welcome to the AV Flashback YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a quick race on one of my favourite games, which is Metropolis Street Racer. Yeah, so this game was originally, well, it's only been released on the Dreamcast. Came out in the year 2000, and it's a fantastic driving game, but the way the kudos system works in this particular game is, well, okay, let's start that again. Metropolis Street Racer is the predecessor to the Xbox's Project Gotham Racing series, which is a series of games that were on the original Xbox and the Xbox 360. Those games and this game were developed by Bizarre Creations, and all the games basically are street racing games using standard road cars for the most part, and Bizarre Creations created a currency system basically called the kudos points, and in this game Metropolis Street Racer, the kudos points were they allowed you to progress through the main street racing mode of the game. So your progression relied on having enough kudos points. So you have a series of races within the street racing mode. I think there's 25 chapters. Each chapter has 10 racing events. You get kudos points for each racing event. Okay? You need to have a certain number of kudos points at the end of those 10 events to progress to the next chapter. But the problem is with this game is that there's no way of knowing how much kudos points you are going to get for successfully completing an event. So you get yourself into a scenario where you complete all the events, you've achieved all the objectives, and you still wouldn't have enough kudos points to proceed to the next chapter. And that's the biggest shortcoming of this game. This is the game's biggest shortcoming, is that because as the difficulty goes up, as you progress through the chapters, the difficulty goes up. You have to, if you don't have enough kudos points, you have to redo events that you've already won, and there's no guarantees. It's like Metropolis Street Racer progression. It's literally a game of chance. I mean, you win on the track and that's fine, but that doesn't mean that you will progress to the next chapter. And that's the bit that for me personally isn't fair. So even though Metropolis Street Racer is it's a great driving game, and the circuits in it are amazing and everything. The soundtrack is amazing. I mean, you won't hear that in this video because I'm going to turn that off, but trust me, it's really good. But the progression, it's a pain. It's a real pain, and it's a frustration. Credit to Bizarre Creations, they did rectify that in all subsequent releases of the Project Gotham racing franchise. But this one, yeah, it makes progression difficult. Right, rant over. Let's do some street racing in the form of quick race. Very comprehensive quick race options here that you don't see in racing games hardly ever now, unless you're playing a simulation. Simulations may have it, but as far as console racing goes, you don't see this these options in quick race. So you can choose which cars you want to race against. So you can have a maximum of 5 opponents, and you can pick which car you want to race against. So how many cars you've got to pick from in quick race, you have to pick from. It depends on what you've unlocked in the street racing main portion of the game. So you have to go through the main one-player mode. You unlock cars, unlock tracks, and then you can use that in a quick race or time attack. So as you can see, I'm not very far into the main portion of the game. I think I've done one chapter. I've done one chapter, and I've uploaded those onto the channel, so they're there for you to view. I had to do some backtracking to actually get through that chapter in the end. But I am on to chapter 2. So these are the cars that I have. So a Fiat, MX-5, MG, Opel, which is German Vauxhall. It's got 2 different models of that. Got like a OPC, which is like your sporty version, and you've got your standard coupe. Let's put the MX-5 in there. You can choose what colour you want your car. You can choose what colour you want your opponent's car to be, which is something you don't see in a lot of racing games now. We never saw that in many races back in 2000 when this game was released. So yeah, and these were the days when game developers put everything in. Literally put everything in. It's like now where they could put everything in but choose not to put everything in because they want to save it for the next game, you know. back in these days, game developers made games like it was the last game they were ever gonna make. They didn't mess around. Right, so we'll choose clear weather. 10 laps. Okay. I like the whole aesthetic, the way the user interface is. Like they got like basically the background here. You got like a A to Z map really with the course maps out within it. Really nice design. And it's got some, it's artistic, it's not clinical like a lot of racing games are now with their UI. Right, St. James's Park. That's a decent start. Doing? Bloody hell. Up into third. One thing about the Metropolis Street Racer and the subsequent Project Gotham racing games, AI can be brutal. And they will take you out. No clean driving in this series. Not by the AI at least. I try to be clean, but sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. so far. Trying to hunt down his first placed car. Oh no. Jeez, oh, joking. It's well out of order. Line wrong. Jesus. Dear me. One lap to win this. Right, here we go. Few corners left. Oh, he's got too much of a lead. No, it's not happening. Second place. It's fun though, really fun. The AI can infuriate you real easy though. There we are, so 1.2 seconds behind. Okay, thanks for watching my short but sweet quick race video on Metropolis Street Racer. I hope you enjoyed it. I shall see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.